Hey, it's Eric with the Future Mill, and a lot of people want to become millionaires. And I think that is awesome. That's a great financial goal. But what a lot of people aren't willing to do is put in the work. Now you see YouTube stars, celebrities, all these other people that are flashing around, all this money they're making, and you've got to realize they're talking about making $500,000 or more a year, and that's actually the 1% of America. What the national average is just over $62,000 a year for a salary per ZipRecruiter.com. And in all of the numbers I want to teach you about, it's actually breaking it down to $55,000 per year. So if we're looking at that, that's where I'm going to show you how to become a millionaire. So let's do this. So you're making $55,000 a year, or maybe you're making more than that. That's okay. But the fact of the matter is I want to give you the numbers on $55,000 a year and how you can become a millionaire. This isn't the get-rich-quick scheme, nothing like that, and instead it's all about helping you get to your financial goal of $1 million. Now, the biggest thing that you have to do is sacrifice. Now, I know that doesn't sound fun, it's not sexy, but you can't just go buy all the Teslas and have the biggest house in the neighborhood and things of that nature. Instead, you have to budget. You have to break down the money that you have coming in and make sure that you are putting money aside. A lot of financial gurus talk about this. They say pay yourself first, and I am all for that. So if you are paying yourself first, what that means isn't pay yourself first so you can pay the mortgage, it's pay yourself first so that you can put the money away for investing. So once you figure out this and make sure that you have enough money to invest, you need to get with your human resources department at your employer and find out what the 401k match is. Most employers are willing to contribute to your retirement if you are. They oftentimes call this a match. So if you are willing to put in some money, they are willing to put in some money as well. The average for this per money.com is 4.7%. Well, that means if you're making $55,000 a year, you put in 4.7%, they put in 4.7%, that is $5,170 that is contributed to your retirement. Just doing this alone for 39 years and getting an average annual return of 7% will make you a millionaire, just with that alone. But I want to show you a couple other options and ways to step up the game a little bit to make sure you're getting there before the 39 years. Because if you're 30 years old already, that means you have to work until 69. Well, I don't want that to happen for you, so I want to make sure you're getting there a little bit quicker. To get there quicker, it's nothing crazy, it's not smoke and mirrors, it's the same concept that we were already talking about. It's taking the match from the 401k, but then also on top of that, putting money into an IRA. Now that can be a Roth IRA or a traditional, totally up to you on this, but if you put money in a traditional or Roth IRA, it will lessen the amount of time that it takes to get you to $1 million. Now just putting half of the max into the Roth IRA, so what that means is putting in $250 per month into a Roth IRA, which totals $3,000 a year, which that means if you're putting in 4.7% of your employer plan, they're putting in 4.7, that's $5,170. Now we're going to add another $3,000 on top of that, $8,170. In just under 33 years, you would be a millionaire as long as you get that 7% return. Now the 7% return isn't a guarantee, it is going to go up and down, but it's all about the long term when it comes to investing. Now, what if we step this up and we say, let's max out an entire Roth IRA or traditional IRA, so you're actually going to be putting away $11,170, plus you're going to be doing the 401k match, and they are going to be doing that as well. That is where it is going to happen even faster, and it actually happens in just under 29 years. Now, I know you're asking, how am I going to do that because I only make $55,000 a year? Let me tell you the truth. I have clients who do this all the time, but what they do is they make sure that their cars are paid for. They're not driving a brand new vehicle. Their house isn't the fanciest house in the neighborhood. They have set their mind on building $1 million in net worth, and they're going to do anything they can to do that. And if that's what you want, that's what you've got to do. You've got to sacrifice, you have to make sure you're taking a match if they have an employer plan, and you have to be willing to put aside extra money unless you work for a full 39 years. So whatever you do, make sure you're sacrificing and putting that money away. Work towards those goals. I know you can do it. Thank you so much for watching. If you have not yet, please be sure to like and subscribe.